Fuck Fat and Spicy.
What up?
Laws, we're back
How's it
at
going?
it. It's, what is it, Tuesday? Wednesday? I lost track.
Tuesday.
Episode 130 of the Phat and Spicy Show. You believe
Right.
this?
It's crazy.
As you notice, we're still without Jacob. We've tried to locate him at an ICE detention center. We just don't know where he's at. I mean, for all we know, he China by now on a shackled plane to Beijing. He's gonna have to learn how to eat with chopsticks.
Yeah, I mean, last we heard we found some receipt on the ground. It said shovel, dirt, boots.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Just don't know.
Wherever you are, Fatsy, just know that our hearts are with you, and come back soon, man.
And ni
Come
hao.
back soon. And ni hao, exactly. Yeah. Bring me
If
back
you're in China.
That's right, Laws. You could be you could go over there and help him out.
I can translate 10 words. Okay, come on.
What do you know in Chinese? Ni hao, which is
ni hao.
hello, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I learned how to my directions. So if I ever got lost, like if a taxi driver ever tried to screw me over by driving me all over the city, I knew how to get around because Guangzhou is a huge city with 13 million people. And if you don't speak the language and they know that you don't really know where you're going, they're going to drive the long way, which that happens everywhere, of course.
I was going to say, sounds like Vegas.
Yeah. So,
man, I know how to get to the airport. This ain't it.
Yeah. I learned how to say go straight, turn left, turn right. So it's like Izhizhou. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's like Izhizhou, Yo Guai, Zo Guai. And then I learned how to say I love you. Wa ai mi.
Wa ai ni.
Wa ai mi. Wa ai mi.
That almost sounds Hawaiian.
And then I learned how to say rice and soy sauce, but I forgot those. And I learned how to.
I know all the words. You forgot the two most important ones.
It's like I forget. I have to look and then I'll probably remember. Thank you, Sheshe or Sheshani. And
Sheshani.
You're welcome is Bukachi or some. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
I don't think that's the word you're looking for. I think that's Japanese for something else.
Sheshani Bukachi.
Yeah, yep, that one. The one you just said.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something like that. And then I learned how to say really. Jindama.
In Japan, they say nani.
Yeah, Jindama.
That's like their way of saying what? Nani.
And I know how to say cheers, Ganbei.
Okay, I don't know how to. I can speak some Japanese. I don't know how to say cheers.
Ganbei. Oh, in Chinese.
Banzai. Japanese. So what? So I know that it's not Chinese that you're speaking. Is it Mandarin. Cantonese or
Mandarin?
What's the other one? Mandarin.
Cantonese and Mandarin. Yeah.
So which one is the one that you're speaking?
Mandarin.
You're speaking Mandarin. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
did you go to mostly Mandarin speaking? Is there like a Mandarin province and a Cantonese province?
So in Hong Kong, they speak mostly Cantonese, I believe. And then where I was at, it was a mix between Mandarin and Cantonese. And then if you go, different cities speak different languages, but they're kind of similar in a way, I think. But also, they're not.
Have you seen the TikTok videos of that white kid that goes to Chinese places in China and orders and blows people's minds?
No.
You haven't seen this?
No.
I'm begging you. If you got TikTok open, just type in white guy speaks Chinese. It is the best thing ever.
It wouldn't surprise me because when we were over there, even coming home, a lot of the Chinese culture, Chinese, people, if you go somewhere and you start speaking Chinese, Mandarin or Cantonese, they're super impressed and they want to have conversations with you. And when you're over there talking, I learned that I should have learned, honestly, but because like my friends would get in the taxi and they would be yapping and having fun and laughing with the taxi driver, and I would get into a taxi and the taxi driver would just be like going where like just like so stern. But I feel like if you just try, then people are happy, you know. There were
Yeah.
taxi drivers that, you know, like would have conversations with me because they spoke, you know, basic English and
Are
you know,
they excited to speak English with a Westerner? Like with an American?
yeah,
Is it like
yeah,
they take
yeah,
that with pride that they can do
mhm,
that, huh?
yeah, they do.
We're in the big cities mostly. Were they really cool to white people?
It was different. Yeah, bukachi means you're welcome, or don't
Okay,
mention it. They were. It was different. Like the elderly community, it was hit or miss with the elderly community. Some of the elderly community was very like, uh, you know, they're set in their ways, just like here. You know, we have
sure.
a community that's very set in their ways, and you know, and they uh different things are not normal, you know, like I had my friend, my roommate was Black American, and she would talk about how they would touch her hair all they would people would want to touch her hair all the time, and
Yeah.
she would get so upset about that. And I had like people, because I'm plus size and I have tattoos, like I had a lot of people want to take pictures with me or point at me. And I had this old man in the in a I was at work one day and we were going up in the elevator because at our job there was you had to take an elevator up to like the third or fourth floor. I don't remember what floor it was on, but I felt somebody poke my butt, right? And I looked at my friend Hayden and I was like, "Did you just poke my ass?" And he was like, "No." He was like pointing to the older man.
Oh
And
no.
yeah, like it's just,
That's
you
funny as
know,
shit.
they and little kids, like some of my kids would be like, some of my kids I taught, they would come in, like, especially the younger ones, like the, you know, like the 2 to 6 year olds, which were my favorite. Someone would be like, "Oh, you're so fat." Yeah.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
they just don't
they
have
just
a
don't know.
filter.
They don't
Yeah.
know, like, I mean, that they're just not used to it, you know, like it's just
Yeah.
not like, I mean, it is over there. There's that whole stereotype, and they have plus size, you know, but over there, but it's just not like, no, you don't see it as often.
Which is crazy
um
because the Buddha was plus sized. The big old
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
I mean, you think that they'd be used to it, but I've seen a lot of big Chinese dudes,
yeah, for sure. And
you know.
there's still a lot of like the stereotype that all Asians are skinny is not true. Like there's
Right.
still a lot of the, you know, like people who are plus size or whatever. But it's hard to, like, in the city, like it was hard to go anywhere. Like I couldn't find places where I could like buy clothes because they were like didn't sell above a certain size. And like I had to have my mom like send me pants to wear to work because the ones that I had were just like, I don't remember what happened to them, but like, oh, they, because I was walking around so much, they were falling off my ass because I was like walking and moving and so much and stuff like that. And so I had her send me some more, but I couldn't, like, there were sizes I couldn't find, you know? So,
Believe it. I mean, I get it. But every you
yeah.
go to Italy and you can't I couldn't find clothes. They don't make
Yeah.
clothes for me. I'm too big and I'm not a big guy. But I'm
Yeah.
bulky. Uh
Yeah.
holy crap. Well, once again, uh here on the coast, we had major thunderstorm last night. It was awesome.
Mm.
Um we had well over 1,000 strikes in 2 hours. I'm talking
Wow.
like 4 or 5 a minute. At one point, it was a continuous flow of nonstop thunder. It was just one 5-minute
One big
rumble
fart.
it was nuts, Lozzie.
This is
And the
like
funny
one
thing
big.
was, it really was. It was just I sound like my grandpa when he wakes up in the morning. Jesus. But the crazy thing is that we didn't have any hail.
Mm.
We had like 10 seconds of like hard droplet. I've got a sunlight in the studio here, and we had like maybe 10 seconds of little hard droplets on there. That was it. Like it was just an electrical storm that passed. It was freaking nuts.
Wow.
Problem is, and I love it. I love it. I get the biggest
I do
dad boner when
too.
that goes off like lightning. I'm like, especially
Whoa.
when it's like right over us and it rumbles the house. You're like, whoa, shit.
Yeah.
I
We
love it.
had a big, huge thunderstorm today, but it was raining really, really bad. Like it's been raining a lot here lately. My friend was telling me how his front yard is like basically flooded. It's like a little pond out there, he says. But there's been a couple of videos that people have posted in our, you know how like Facebook, you can have like town,
Mm-hmm.
town Facebook
Mm-hmm.
pages. So like our Facebook page has a couple videos of two tornadoes over the ocean.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's
Like coming
nuts.
down. They're like skinny, like the little sister
Water
tornadoes,
spouts. Yeah.
Yeah. Like no, but they were long and like big, but they were just like not as big as like an F4 or F5 or something like that.
All the
They
ones that I've ever seen over the ocean are thin little ones.
yeah, they were thin. Well, they were like I don't know. I mean, like they weren't like super thin, but they were, thinner.
I mean,
Yeah,
no
I don't know.
tornado was really thin.
Yeah.
Are we fat shaming tornadoes? I'm sorry,
Fat
tornadoes.
shaming tornadoes. What the fuck?
That should be the name of tonight's episode.
Have you ever been through a tornado?
No, no. I've never been. We're going to talk about it because I'm sure you have, but I've never been through a tornado. I've been through two earthquakes that I remember,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, and
Mm-hmm.
since I've lived here, we've had two serious tsunami warnings. One just last year where we actually
Oh,
thought we were going to have to evacuate the town
that would be
because it was
scary. Like,
it's not fun. This
yeah.
town has been wiped out 3 times by tsunamis. This is the tsunami capital of the world right here. Hmm.
Wow.
It's just Crescent City is known for that. Our we have a big lagoon where our fishing boats all park, and the curve under the water is just perfect to start. And when it comes, it doesn't stop here. It's just fucked. Oh, I
Wow.
said it bad. Oh no, we're 10 minutes in. Okay. Um, but the worst natural disaster that I've been a part of, um, and it wasn't that we were going to die or anything, but up here we get wildfires. And that's one of the big worries that
Yeah.
we were worried about last night with the dry thunder was that it was going to start
Oh,
wildfires out in the hills because it's just
yeah.
miles and miles and miles and miles of redwoods and pine trees and shit. And when
Yeah.
it goes big. Like so, a
That's
couple
what
of
she
years ago.
said. Sorry.
No, that's funny.
I
Um,
had to.
a couple of years ago, we had to have a mandatory power out. I think you remember that I couldn't do the show because yeah, we needed the rain. So did you. Lozzie
Mm.
needed the rain. Uh, they had to shut our power off in town for like 5 days, 6 days, almost a week, because they didn't want the power lines to
At
get
least it
damaged,
wasn't
I guess.
cold.
No, it wasn't cold. And then
Yeah.
after a week, at the end of our street up this way there's a big, those power stations on the corner,
Mm-hmm.
fenced in with all the shit. They blocked off the end of our street with 4 big rigs that were just nothing but transformers and power batteries. So
Wow.
to power the town. Uh, so
It's
that was
crazy.
kind of cool. We ran off of, so that was interesting, like having to go to work and power my phone off of a diesel generator.
Wow. You guys were still open. That's
Yeah, we were
crazy.
still open. That's one thing. Uh,
They're
we
like
couldn't run the
pizza.
kitchen.
People still want pizza.
Well, no, that's the neat thing, right? Um, we couldn't run the kitchen because it would just take up too much power for those generators.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't need power to run a beer tap.
It's
And since we're a
true.
brewery, yeah, all of our beers are carved right there on the spot with the CO2 pushing them through the taps. So you just got to open it. So we were slinging beers and the bar was full because nobody had anything to fucking do. There's no power at home. So everybody came. We were busier than shit because of that. It was great.
Yeah.
And then what we did the third day or the second day, so we couldn't open the kitchen the first day, was we brought in a Blackstone cooktop.
Oh, that would be fun
And
though.
yeah, and I went to CC Diner, who one of the diners up here, it's a burger joint. And I know the guy, and they weren't going to be open. I'm like, hey man, can I buy like a shit ton of burgers from you, like from your freeze? Because I know they're not going to last. He's like, you want to buy them? I'm like, right now. He's like, yeah. So we paid him for the burgers, and we just started cooking burgers right there at Porta Pines and dogs,
Nice.
and we were just serving them up to people. You come get a dog and a beer, and we'll give you a fucking discount. And it was
Get a
great.
dog and a beer.
Like the whole town, yeah. Even the firefighters that were fighting these fires would come into town to replenish and take a break and whatnot. Like, they get like a day off. They'd come to Porta Pines, still in their shit, and we'd hook them up with burgers and beers. Like, get in here, come on.
There you
I
go.
mean, that's one thing about these little towns is when there is a disaster, we pull together like nobody's business. Do you know what I mean? My neighbor next door can be a piece of work sometimes. She's a nice lady, but you know what I mean. But if there was a natural disaster or something happened, you guarantee the first thing I'm going to do is go over there and make sure she's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we love each other because we live in the same town regardless. But never a tornado. Sorry, long rant for a quick
That's
question.
okay.
What was it like to go through a tornado?
Okay, so I've been actually like tornado chasing. So like
Why? Why do this? That's like going ghost hunting. What the
I love
Oh
ghost
my
hunting
god.
too. I'm a white
I've done it
girl.
once.
Come on. So the so going through a tornado when I was younger was super scary, obviously. Like I remember when I was younger, my dad laughed at me because they said a tornado was coming. We had to go down the basement. And so I packed my hamper. Do you remember back in the day when hampers were, I guess they still have tall hampers. I like
Yeah.
feel like I never see tall hampers anymore, but they have those huge tall hampers. Well, I started packing my hamper with like all of my stuff, like my baby dolls and like my like old like just random ass stuff that I didn't want to lose, pictures and stuff like that. And everybody was laughing at me because I was dragging this big ass hamper down the steps. It was a 2-story house. So I drug it down the 2 stories, then I drug it down to the basement, and they were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't want to lose anything."
Well, at that age, that's your whole life is what's in that
Yeah.
hamper.
Yeah. I think I was just so used to like losing stuff, like moving
Did
around so
you
much and all that stuff. So,
did
but
you actually get any damage or did it kill your house while
no,
you guys were in the cellar or nothing like that?
no,
Okay.
no, no, we never actually went through one that was, I mean, we've always been through tornadoes that have been like, oh, it was a mile away or it was 2 miles away. Like when we were at home, there was one tornado that came by. My dad threw us in a closet, and this was he was living out in the country at the time. He was like, get in the closet, and he went outside, and like was watching it, and apparently it was like a mile away from our house, which can be a pretty big deal because some of those tornadoes are like a mile long.
Yeah.
It can be.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
If I
But
look out that way, I can see a mile. Like
yeah,
you had to have been able to see that freaking thing,
yeah.
but you didn't get to go.
So we didn't have any kind of crazy with that. We went tornado chasing. Me and my high school sweetheart went tornado chasing when we were like I was like a senior in high school, and we did. I remember driving in the car, and I was driving through the hail and the rain, and it was so bad I couldn't even see ahead of me, like at all. Like I couldn't even see like 5 feet in front of the windshield.
Ooh.
Like it was so bad. And I was like, we should probably turn around because obviously I can't see. So we turned around and we went down this road. So we like turned around on that road that was probably going like east and west. We went down like a north and south road and kind of came back around like they were country roads. So, think about a
Take
country
me
field.
home. I'm sorry.
Think about a country field. You go down, you have one road, and then you have to drive a while before you get to the next one. So we did
Hmm.
kind of like a U, right? We ended up parking the car and we got out of the car because we actually saw the tornado coming. This thing was massive. And if we would have kept driving on that road that we were on, we would have drove right into it. So the tornado, we were far enough away where we weren't going to like be affected by the tornado, but this thing was huge. The tornado goes through. We kind of say still, we don't move because we don't know if it's going to turn or anything like that.
Yeah, I've heard that they can actually
Yeah. last second turn. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and then we had to actually literally drive through the aftermath of it. Like it was scary. It was probably a stupid decision because we were driving on roads that had like lines down, power lines down, and
Yeah, that's not good.
yeah. I had a friend that
Lovely.
I know. I had a friend that lived in Joplin, Missouri, or Joplin, Missouri, Joplin, Missouri. It's like right on the border, so I always get confused. But the tornado tore the whole city apart, the whole town apart. Yeah. And I had a friend that was in the apartment complex that was almost literally like grounded. I don't know how she
Wow.
survived that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Hmm.
Well,
But that's what we did when we got bored.
you
And
just went out
that's what
after
you do
tornadoes.
in Kansas and Oklahoma. When you get bored, you go out, you go chasing tornadoes.
I'm good. No, thank you. I don't
But
need
now
any
I'm
of that
down
in my life.
here and there's hurricanes and
You want to go hurricane chasing? There you go.
no, not really.
Don't do that.
When Katrina came through the area, our house is like a couple blocks from the ocean, and our house was underwater all the way up to our second floor. The house we live in now, they had to do a bunch of remodeling to it and everything.
You
Yeah.
went through Katrina?
No, I didn't. That happened
Oh,
like like 20 years. Was How long has it been since Katrina?
yeah, like 20 years almost, I
Yeah.
think.
So
Holy shit. Has it
we
been that
weren't
long?
here yet. No, but we have a picture from somebody who took a photo from our like my bedroom window to like show the level, and it's all the way up to the window almost. And yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, and now insurance here is like super crazy high.
Oh,
Flood
yeah. Like
insurance. Yeah.
just like what they're doing in LA now because of these wildfires. Like, well, I guess we're not going to do fire insurance anymore. It costs us trillions of dollars to replace all these rich people's homes.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know what I would
So,
do if I ever went through an earthquake though. I think I would probably piss myself.
so I've had two. Um, One was 1994, and it was during spring break. They called it the spring break quake in Portland, and it was like a 4.8. And I thought somebody was like playing the April Fools on Old Spicy, like shaking my bed because it was like 5:30 in the morning. And I wake up, and my dad comes. By the time I actually woke up, it was like kind of like subsiding,
Hmm.
and my dad's running downstairs and grabs me and throws me. We stand in the archway of my bedroom door.
How does
By
that
then it had
save you?
stopped. I don't know because it's a
Get it.
structure and the way that the beams, I guess, like it has to be made out of. Because if you ever been to a construction site before the walls go up, you can actually see. You don't chase hurricanes or yeah, no shit. Um, you can see the framing of the door. It's very sturdy and it's got lots of
Yeah,
support.
but
So it
that
is a
just
good
doesn't
place to
make
be.
sense because earthquakes, the whole ass ground opens up, right?
I know. Well, it doesn't really that doesn't happen very often. I mean, this isn't a movie. Uh, but the second one was here in town because again, we're Northern California, and I was at work, and all we felt was like I was at work. My buddy was at the bar, Russell, and we just
Mhm.
felt the ground kind of go boom one time. We're like, what the hell? Because of the building, but the guys in the brewery said that they felt like a couple of distinct shakes, and you could see they have a bunch of growlers. The big, yeah, right. I guess it would be more like, I don't know. Uh, stop. Um, all their beer mugs and growlers in the brewery were all swaying a little bit. So that's the second. And then all of our phones went off. Emergency alert, and of course, every single person that walked into the bar, did you feel the earthquake? Did you feel the earthquake? Did you know we had an earthquake? I'm like, no, we didn't fucking know. The whole town's phone just did not all go off at one time. You
my
could have
mom
heard that
thought
from fucking Cincinnati.
my mom thought we had a earthquake the other day because the glasses on the she has this little like hutch kind of thing. The glasses hang upside down on it, and they were kind of clinging. Come to find out, it's the damn air conditioner that blows on them and makes them.
Oh, that's funny. Well, we have a lamp here in the studio that kind of hangs down from the ceiling, and it's got little glass panels around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that if ever there's an earthquake, you'll see those things slightly move. So
Yeah.
every
I
time
mean,
I think, was that one? I look up there to see if they're moving at all.
I've been through like this eye is bothering me. I don't know what's going on. I've been
Yeah,
through
pink
like
eye.
earthquakes. No.
By the way, speaking of pink eye, if you guys had any idea the bullshit we talk about pre-show, we wouldn't be allowed on YouTube or Twitch or any of them. God
They
damn it!
would
I'm
take us
sorry.
down.
They would absolutely take us down.
We would
Anyway,
be we
I,
would be the Howard Stern show and not the Fat and Spicy show.
I wish we had his. I wish we had a 1/100th of his numbers.
Hmm.
I'll take them. Anyway,
I've been through earthquakes before, but they were like very subtle where you like kind of feel the ground shake, and they're like, oh, it's just like
I feel the earth
like
move
little.
under my feet.
And then you have my brother thinks that every time the earth shakes where it's not usually supposed to shake, it's some kind of godly thing. I don't know.
Oh, have you heard about these people? So, like, if you look on YouTube, you'll hear these people will talk about like hearing trumpets and shit. Like, yeah, and it's actually scientists had to go and investigate this small town because
Was it
like
like
this
frogs or something?
no, it's like this echo that would like go through town. It sounded like oh, and they contributed it to like sounding like the trumpets of heaven. And it's happened around the world. Like people went outside and they're like, "Is the world ending?" And nobody can figure out where these came from. Some people are speculating it was like one of those earth movers. What do you call them? The front loaders, the tractors that have the big scoop in the front,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like
scraping the ground, and because of that,
oh,
you can hear it miles away because it echoes just right or whatever. You know what I mean? People are like, "Is that
yeah,
the
I don't
sound?"
know.
Anyway, but yeah, people hear that too.
That's crazy. I haven't heard that one. I'm surprised it's probably not like somebody goes outside and they hear some weird ass noise and it's just some frog or something. Because the other night, me and my mom, we went to dinner at this Mexican restaurant. We
Your
came
favorite
back,
restaurant?
my favorite restaurant. We came back and we were sitting in the parking lot, and we keep hearing this noise because it happens all over here in the South. This like noise. I'll tell you what it is soon. And she's like, "What is that sound?" And she's like freaking out. She's like, "Do you hear that?" I was like, "Mom, it's the frogs."
The
Because there's
frogs.
so many frogs here everywhere because in the we're not in the swamps, but we might as well, we're in the bayou. So like
Yeah.
the frogs are everywhere and they just have that really weird noise. Like it's just the
When they're
sound of
all going at once, it can be discerning
yeah.
or not
Yeah.
discerning. Disconcerting is that I can't know. I don't know
They
what the fucking
sound
word for
different
it.
down here though than they
Do
do in
they?
the
It's
Midwest.
not like a rugger, 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 rugger,
No,
like they
it's
do
like
when they're all together.
it's weird. It's like I don't even know how to make the sound.
Do they do the big long
No, I
like the
no.
bullfrogs? No.
It's very constant. Very, very
That's not a good
constant.
look for me, by the way. I just saw the monitor. That's an
No.
off. I look like Patrick Starr.
Yeah, the cicadas are super annoying
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Jerusalem crickets, I don't care for. It's a long. It
Okay.
almost sounds like an electric cord.
So I was leaving my friend's house, my buddy's house the other day, right? And he lives in like these like there's like 4 cottages there. It used to be like this old retreat. And now it's just like people rent out the little cottages now. And I drove by the one of the cottages and this lady was standing outside and she was staring at the wall or the like her patio. What are you doing?
Sorry. Don't worry about it.
Are you
This
shifting your
lady's
balls?
staring at the. I was sitting on him. What do you want from me? You were wondering why the camera was red. It wasn't the camera. It was me. I'm like, help me. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore.
So, anyways, the old lady staring at her porch, and I'm like, I drove by. Don't shame a guy for adjusting.
Thank you, Rizzo. I know Rizzo's got
Sorry.
my back.
Sorry. I was just like, what is going on? So, anyways,
I thought I was being discreet and shit.
no,
Oh,
you
you made my
leaned
earpiece
all the
fall
way
out.
back, and your arm was like,
I didn't see it.
you were like starting a lawnmower over here. Um, just kidding. So anyway,
You don't have this
uh,
problem.
hey, we have our own problems,
I
okay?
believe you. Yeah, I get it.
This is
Don't
the
worry
Fat
about
and
it.
Spicy Show. We call everybody out all the time. We call each
We
other
do.
out all the
I,
time.
I called Lozzie out for having to take a pee while we were doing the show, what, 2 weeks ago?
True. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't believe it.
So we already knew.
We already knew. Yeah, of course. You didn't have to
So
call me
anyway,
Rock.
she's staring at her. That's what you were doing. Everybody knew.
Everybody knew.
She was staring at her porch, and I was like, I was trying to be really nice and not be like, "What are you staring at, woman?" I didn't want to be like that. So I was just like, "Hi, how are you?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm great, sweetie. How are you? I'm just out here staring at this grasshopper right here." This grasshopper was the weirdest fucking looking grasshopper I've ever seen in my life. It had legs that were like so long. I kid you not. It was
Was it a
insane.
locust?
No, it was a grasshopper.
Like dyed in the wool? Because locusts and grasshoppers look very similar. Look it up.
Do they? I thought the
Locusts are
locusts were the
bigger.
one oh, maybe that's cicadas. I was thinking of cicadas.
No, cicadas are little guys.
No, she said it was a
Kind of little.
grasshopper, but maybe she didn't
Okay.
know what she was talking about, and I didn't know what she was talking about. But this thing was huge. And I was
Just a
like,
massive
where did that thing come from? Yeah, it was just
hell.
massive.
I don't like bugs.
We had grasshoppers in Kansas that would spit on you and it looked like blood. And because it was like their
Really?
saliva, yeah, is like a deep, like dark red.
Okay. Oh, wow. I just had a light bulb go off. So do you remember the cartoon? Oh, the world owes me a living, with the ant and the grasshopper that would play the fiddle. It was an old Disney cartoon from back in the day.
Is that the
Anyway, it
one
was
where
about
I think maybe, I
no,
don't know.
there was a grasshopper and he played his fiddle and that was a song he'd sing, right? Oh, the world owes me a living. Right? And the ants would like be working hard and he's like, "What are you doing? You're screwing around. Come and play with me. Let's sing and dance and have a good time." I'm sure it was the guy that did Goofy. And then the wintertime came and
Oh,
he
that
started,
story. Yeah.
yeah. But they took him in. And it was cool because the queen ant was like, "Now you see what happens." This is before they took, "Oh, the world owes me a living." There you go. So the queen ant, she goes, "You played all summer long instead of working hard.
I've
Now
seen
you
it.
come to
Yeah.
us, take your fiddle and play." And then he's sitting there playing for him and eating, and they take care of him and shit like that. I don't remember where we were going with that because I just had the
The
grasshopper.
big ass grasshopper. Yeah.
In that cartoon, whenever he was playing his fiddle, he'd always spit like into a spittoon, like he was chewing tobacco. Maybe that's what because grasshopper. I
Maybe.
didn't know grasshoppers spit, but you say that cartoon instantly came into my head.
Yeah, because back in my day, we back in the day we used to ride our bicycles. Was the worst decision ever. We hated it every single summer. We lived out in the country and we would ride. It was like it was like 4 miles to town through dirt roads. If you've ever ridden a bicycle in dirt and sand, oh my
Not
god, it's the
really.
worst decision ever.
It
Worst
just seems
decision
like it'd be
ever.
super hard to pedal.
It was.
You just be slugging along,
So
hurting yourself. That doesn't sound fun.
you have to learn where to ride in the road because you
Mm-hmm.
you have to find the hard parts,
Sounds like my first honeymoon.
Yeah. How many
So
honeymoons you been on?
2.
2.
Been married twice. Yeah, I got a first
Where'd you
ex-wife
go the first one?
for honeymoon.
Mhm.
We went to the castle and the mansion in Washington. And clip. Thanks, Rizzo. Make sure you put that up on the Fat and Spicy page. Please, I would love to see that again. Um, we went. Did you ever see the movie Rose Red? It was a Stephen King movie.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
took
yeah,
place in a
yeah,
mansion.
yep, yep.
We stayed in that mansion.
Oops.
Oops. All right, don't double clip it, man. Don't get greedy. Yeah, we stayed in that mansion.
Nice. That would have been
That was cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Wait, that
yeah.
was it. That's where in
That was in Washington.
Washington. What's that haunted place in Jamaica? There's like a haunted mansion there too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
It's called Rose something, I think.
Don't
Yeah.
think it's Rose Red. Like I said, that's up
No,
there.
it's not Rose Red, but I think it's called something haunted
Haunted,
mansion.
haunted Jamaica house. There's gonna be everyone. We have Irie everywhere.
Oh, it is. So I was okay. That's why it sounded familiar. It's called Rose Hall,
Rose
and
Hall.
it's the Rose Hall Great House. It's this mansion that is known for its association with the legend of the White Witch.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's it. You're not.
Oh,
You're gonna leave us hanging. You're not gonna
oh.
tell us the legend of the White Witch.
So
Lazi, where's
this,
your
my
journalistic
screen always
spirit?
go. My face always goes bright white when I read.
That's
So
your natural color.
it is. So Annie Palmer, a woman rumored to have practiced witchcraft and voodoo, who is said to haunt the property. The legend is she is a former mistress of the plantation and is the central figure of the mansion's haunted lore.
Okay. So
Um,
she was the big boss's lady, huh?
she was the mistress,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean his side piece.
his side piece. Yeah, he was
Okay.
like, "Hey, honey, you." That's probably why she haunted it. 'Cause she got tired of being his damn side piece.
Right. So I don't
And
understand. Like I wouldn't be able to do it if I was a woman. I just couldn't do that whole
no,
thing where it's like I know
men
that.
are side pieces too sometimes. No, I couldn't do that either.
I guess that's true. That is
Yeah,
one thing I've never been able to bring myself to ever even do is cheat. I mean, it's not in me. Plus, I love my wife. She's great.
yeah.
Bossy, but great.
Some people are like, oh, you can have a girlfriend, whatever. It's whatever, you
I
know.
I did one of my friends uh had a mom and she was talking to her friend and she's like, well, every man should have something on the side. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady. And she didn't mean for us to hear it. She was in the kitchen on the phone, but I heard her talking about it to her friend. I'm like, fuck. But whatever. Different strokes for different, just like upside
Yeah,
down pineapples and whatever's.
yeah. That's what I told my mom. My mom is completely against it too, which to each their own, like you said. And she was like, I just don't know how they have an open relationship. That's just not right in God's eyes. And I said, I mean, like, yeah, but it's not your relationship,
That's true. That's true.
and it's whatever makes them happy is how I see it.
Although I've known, what do you call it? The three people, the throuple.
Thruple, yeah,
I had some friends that did that, and I've had known a couple in the past of couples that had the open thing going.
yeah, I couldn't do it.
Not one of those relationships survived.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
It's just I couldn't either. And knowing that your partner's out there doing the same thing, like you know what I think it is, honestly? I think it's one dude's into it, or one of the two is into it, and they talk the other one into it. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's some cases. I think there's like I've met some people who like I've been to swinger parties before.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about it. Come on. No, no, no. We're opening this clam. Hey, no pun intended. Talk about it.
So I had a couple friends where I used to live, and they were swingers, and they were
You see how
like,
close I got to the camera when I was like, "Come on, talk about it."
we lost a viewer. They were like, nah, we don't want to hear about swingers.
Oh shit! It could be a commercial. They'll be back.
Maybe. So, anyways, I didn't engage, but they were like, hey, this is what we do. This is who we are. And I was like, that's cool. And I actually got a minor in human sexuality when I went to college. So I'm very like into learning about human sexuality. It fascinates me. I love it. I love it.
I mean,
So
there's so many facets of it, right?
yeah,
Like so many.
Yeah.
So many. Like there's, and it's not just the fetish thing or the sex thing, but
Yeah. There's so much
sexuality
more
in
to it.
general is
Yeah.
it's such a broad field. Like that's
Hmm.
fascinating. How was the studies? Like, could you not wait to go to class every day?
I could not wait to go to class every day.
Yeah.
The professor who taught our class, I loved her. I was like, I want to be you when I get older. Like that was she
Single
was
white female shit. What's going on here?
no, she just was a
I
humans
love you.
there or not human. She was a sex therapist for a while. I actually wanted to get to become a sex therapist for a while.
Like Dr. Ruth.
Yeah, that's why I was going to school.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And then I
You could have
wanted
had
to
your own show.
I know, right?
It's about
Any
that.
but it was I don't know, she was just really cool and she was very chill and very open and just she just had this like vibe about her that, I, to me like talking about like sexuality and sex and things like that is just natural. Like I don't feel awkward or out of place or anything like that just because it's just another natural thing that we all do. Some people are
We've
into it, some people aren't.
we've been taught since we were all super young that it's dirty, that it's whatever, or the religious God's watching, or
Yeah.
the myths, furry palm, or you go
Yeah.
blind, or whatever, all the shit.
Yeah.
And I think really that it's because parents are just not willing to talk to their kids about it. It
Yeah.
embarrasses them, and it's part of life. And if you want to be a good parent, you have to have those discussions. You have to step outside of your comfort level to parent your fucking kids. I want to give my kids everything in the world, but I got to fucking say no. What?
Furry paw.
What? You don't shave your hand?
You shave your hand?
I,
Oh. Oh, I get you. I get you.
Ozzy, come on,
I
come on,
get you.
come on. We got to bring you up to speed here. All right, so all right, we're getting so far off the
Oh,
fucking
it's
topic, and
okay.
we still have shit to talk about tonight. I got them written down, so we got to finish this because
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know with the thunderstorm that we had last night. What? Bring it up. What's going on?
Nothing. I'm just laughing.
You're just laughing. You got
I'm
the
just
giggles now.
laughing. I got the giggles
Rizzo
now.
give you the giggles. Cute.
Mm,
All
something
right.
like that.
So can I stick to the script a little bit?
Do it. Go
No,
for
you're
it.
driving me. I'm just fucking with you. So with the big thunderstorm last night, it got me thinking.
Right.
Um, got Back to the Future. Do you
Okay.
remember he had to have the lightning storm hit the clock tower to
Yeah.
send him back in time?
Hmm.
And then, I'm sitting here and there's not much to do. So I was watching some horse racing and I made a few bets. I won a little bit, not much at all, a couple bucks, but whatever. And I
Nice.
started thinking, he went back in time to like 1955. And if we went back in time now, that would be like 1985, right? No, 1995. If you and I went back in time, 30 years, right?
Oh, okay. I get you now. I'm like, couldn't we go back to 1955 like he
He went
did?
back 30 years to see his
Okay. Okay.
parents when
Okay.
they were
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
Our kids would have to go back 30 years to 1995 to see us. Would it be
Hmm.
95?
Mine would be
95?
99.
Yeah, okay, 99. Still, same. You and I are kind of the same age.
Hmm.
And I'm like, that was only 30 years ago. But what if he really wanted to go back? Where would I go? And
Well,
then I was
he
like,
also
no.
went back to the Wild West, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He had no
Yeah.
choice because Doc got thrown to the Wild West.
Yeah.
So you have a DeLorean. You can type in onto the screen anything you want. Not anything, any date you want to go and see something. Where would you go in history?
I mean, if I
And
have a
here's the wait,
DeLorean, I'm selling it and becoming a trillionaire. I'm scared.
there's a catch. Yeah, no shit. Anybody want to buy a flux capacitor? Uh, here's the caveat. Wherever you go, you have to live there for 1 year.
Ooh.
What part in history?
Man,
I
that's
got
a.
mine.
Go ahead then.
All right, you think about it
Okay.
while I'm giving you mine. I want to go to ancient Egypt.
I was literally just thinking that. Like, I'm not even shitting you. I literally just thought that, like, Egypt, like, that would have been cool. What would
But
you
I want to
do?
be there when they were building the Sphinx and the pyramids
Mm,
because it's not aliens. It's not slaves. It was skilled craftsmen that did all this stuff. It's been proven they were well paid and taken care of. Some of the mining and stuff would have been done by whatever's. Oh, look at Ollie. Is Ollie there?
Yeah.
Um, but not only that, I'd like to see the food, the way they lived, what it was like to own a house or even like a cave in the wall with a window that you lived in or something. I just want to see what their culture was like back then.
Yeah.
See how much of the Bible was true. You know what I mean?
That's very smart, actually.
I'm just saying. Or, of course, I would really like to see, and it sounds terrible, but as an atheist, I would really like to see the crucifixion.
Yeah, I
Show me
mean,
what's real. Show me what's real. Show me how real it was. When he was crucified, was the temple veil really torn in two like the Bible says? Did the earth quake?
so you want to go back to like the Ark?
No. Well, yes, but the ark,
How long
man, I'm going to tell you.
after did that happen? I'm not up to date on my
The
Bible
ark?
studies. Yeah.
Well, the ark was thousands and thousands of years before Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, they count this to going back about, I can't remember, is it 30? I don't know. But there was a flood. There was a great flood, and it was called the Younger Dryas. And that's why most of this fucking cat, they wouldn't let him on the goddamn ark. He's too big.
They
Look at him.
would, baby.
He'd eat the mice and the hamsters and all the other twosies.
Someone told
yeah.
me there's no cats on the Ark.
Why not? They would eat all the rats. Keep it clean because the rats would multiply. All the critters would multiply. It'd be up to the cats to keep them in check.
Have you ever heard of the cat in the Bible, though? Someone says it never appears. Cats don't ever appear in the Bible.
Neither do dogs.
Do they? I thought a dog did.
When? Moses didn't talk to a burning pooch.
Come here. You want to come here?
He didn't come down with the 10 Labradors.
I'm really not the person to be talking about Bible references. Honestly,
I am. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, not to like, I'm not against it or anything like that. It's been a while since I've updated my knowledge on the.
That's the one place it was drilled into me from kindergarten till I was a senior in high school.
Yeah,
Extra
it's a
large
baby
kitty. Oh, you're talking about Ollie.
Yeah.
That was one place where it was just drilled into me.
Cats are in the Bible?
Where at, Riz? Because I'm pretty good on my Bible. I know that they mention lions. Remember in Samson, in the book of Samson, he's like, you have to answer this riddle. From the eater comes something to eat, from the sweets, because from the sweet comes something sweet. Anyway, it was. So they mentioned lions, like Daniel in the lion's den as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about dogs. I can't think. I'm trying to think. I'm really good on my Bible.
Lisa, say hello. Say goodbye, because I know you're getting ready to go. Hello. Bye-bye.
Bye, Ollie. See you next time. That neck fur of his is just insane.
It's mane.
That gets me every time I see him. So that's mine. Ancient Egypt, but biblical times. Because I want to see what really happened there. I'd love to see Moses part the fucking Red Sea if it happened. You know what I mean? What about you? Where'd you go?
Oh, I guess it says that Google says, but I don't know how much is true. We can wait also for Rizzo to say it too. Where would I go? Man, you really thought into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that's what I do. You guys, I do my show. I started yesterday. I put the notes in our Discord chat yesterday about what we were going to talk about.
Yeah. You did. No, it was today, wasn't it?
It was today because it was after the storm.
Yeah,
it was this morning.
I mean, I thought about it. I didn't think about it into that much detail. I feel like I should have now because I feel like my answer is probably lame.
No, there's no right or wrong answer. You have a time machine. You're going to go back, but you got to live there a year. What would it be? You want to go see dinosaurs? You want to see colonial times?
Some people
you don't want to live a year in
dinosaurs.
Times, though. You don't believe in dinosaurs?
I never said I don't believe in dinosaurs, but some people don't believe in dinosaurs.
No, the Bible literalists, they don't believe. They think that the Earth was made in 6,000 years, and that dinosaurs were put here by Satan to fool us into believing in evolution.
Is that what the bones are?
That's what they say. I think
Hmm.
they're just skeleton people that are living under the earth in the dirt, and every time we dig them up and put them in museums, we're just killing them and taking them from their natural habitat. I think they're just bone creatures. I'm kidding. The look on your face, you're like, Jesus Christ, Spicy, you don't believe that.
I mean, people have. I mean, I don't judge.
People have believed easy or crap.
I
Like,
don't judge. If that's what you
in
believe, that's what you
God.
believe, man.
I just can't
Um,
bring myself to believe in a God. Can
that's what
you?
this came off of.
What? What the fuck? Oh, off of one of the dirt creatures?
Yeah. Okay, if I had to go back to a time, uh, man, I mean, I could say something like heartfelt and be like, to when my dad was alive again. But if, but if I were to like actually go back
Well,
into
you can do
time
that
and live
too, but you'll do that
yeah,
first. But where would you go back in time?
back in time. That's a hard question for me.
Take me back in time.
I
Dun,
think I
dun.
would go. I always found the Wild West to be really cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
How come you've never
Um,
played Red M with me?
I I attempted to play Red M with you.
Oh, you did. That's right. You had a character. I
Yeah.
thought you. What
Yeah.
happened? You just got bored or what?
It didn't stick or something. I don't remember what happened. I think you guys
Really?
got busy or something and I fell
Not
out
me.
of it.
I've
Yeah.
been there for years. I
Yeah.
recently left.
Yeah.
And then I tried another server and they just sucked.
I think it would be cool to Egypt definitely would be cool to go visit for real, or like some time and meet like a great, artist like Vincent Van Gogh, or like, like that time, like
Vinci, Van Gogh. Yeah, okay. The
yeah,
Renaissance.
the Renaissance, like, or go like watch a William Shakespeare play live.
God damn it, Laws. That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a
Yeah.
really good one. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Like, I just think that
Shit,
would
that's
be
a good one.
cool. Like, be in
Go
that
see Julius
time.
Caesar the first time.
Mhm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Go
I've
watch
got
it
two.
when
Huh?
oh,
Say
go
it.
ahead. No, I was
No,
just gonna
please.
say when, men were playing women in the plays and they were okay with it and it wasn't a big deal. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have to worry about which bathroom they were going to use after the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, sorry. Um, so I've got two runners up that I thought of while you were talking. First
Mhm.
off, the library at Alexandria. It was a collection of all the
Ooh.
world's knowledge of that time in one place, and the place was burnt. Can you imagine going back there and spending a year
Yeah, that would be
just reading
cool.
all of that ancient knowledge that you'd have no clue about? And second, oh, I lost my train of thought. What was the second one? Oh,
Oh, I have another one.
yeah, colonial times.
Colonial
Like, see
times?
the signing of the Declaration of Independence, to be there at the Continental Congress.
That
You
would
know
be
what I mean?
cool.
Like when they
Yeah.
sat down and actually, or writing of the Bill of Rights, when they sat like on the back of one of the bills. I don't remember which one it was. It has them like debating in one room in the original. I'd love to be at the original Congress meeting.
I would love
You
to
know,
be there when Michelangelo painted the 16th chapel, like as he was painting it.
you know that there's a letter in the Vatican where he's still demanding payment that he never got paid for. He got
Really?
stiffed by the Vatican for the painting of it. They actually have
Yeah.
a letter signed by Michelangelo saying, "Hey, I haven't been paid for this, man. What's going on?"
I
They're like,
wonder how much
"Oh,
they would have paid
sorry."
him if like that was
I
next
don't
like wonder how much that was back
like in
then.
today's money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a $50,000 to $100,000 art project right there. Like that should have made him a very rich man. You'd think.
Yeah.
But then again, it could have been his faith that made him lowball it. It's for the church. He was Italian. He was Italian. It's okay. I can
Yeah.
use the accent.
I would love to go to like Paris and be like go to walk down a street and be painted by a famous painter that's now like, you know, some huge famous painter these days that
You're gonna be the
paint
Mona Lozzi.
the Mona Lozzi. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like
I want that picture now.
I don't want to pick something because you can't change time because it reflects on
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
other things. So I definitely, I don't want to see anything like negative, you know. And I would love to go back to like cuz I'm Native American, but I if I went back and tried to hang out with some old Native American tribes, they would be like, "You're not native."
Right. Yeah.
Some white girl, like.
Wouldn't it be cool to do like Quantum Leap? Because you remember Quantum Leap, the show with Scott Bakula?
Yeah.
He'd
Oh yeah,
actually
I saw
leap
that.
into
Yeah.
those bodies. So like he
Yeah.
would leap into a Native American kid, and
Yeah.
that Native American kid's spirit or soul or whatever would be waiting for
That would
them in
be
a waiting
cool.
room.
That would be cool.
And you could actually go and like Native American times.
Yes.
Bitcoin, yeah, no. Well, that's the thing. You're changing history. You're just going to observe.
Yeah.
You can't
Bitcoin
interact.
or freaking Nvidia.
Nvidia, Apple, Google, any
Yeah.
of them, man. America Online back in the fucking day.
Yeah.
I mean, you name it. Uh,
What's that other there's another TV show that came out where it's a uh
Sliders.
they I don't remember. They bring on a woman and a guy, and basically this guy had gone back to the past and he was trying to change the future, and he was killing people or he was stopping things from happening. He was like turning things around. Like he went back when Abraham Lincoln was shot, and like he like changed it to where someone else got shot also that day or something. I can't remember exactly, but they traveled in this big huge ball. I think it's a newer show that came
Was it
out. I can't.
Sliders?
What's that one about? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, time traveling through portals to different parts in history and doing shit.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Just sliding through time.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. You can
Yeah.
just do it in a phone booth. But did did they know that they were ripping off Doctor Who with the phone booth?
Which one came out first?
Doctor Who.
Did it?
Oh shit, yeah. That was back when it was still black and white. Oh, okay.
They traveled to other dimensions and they were just trying to get back to Earth. Oh, okay, okay,
All right.
okay.
So Rizzo is now going to be on staff as our new fact checker.
Oh, he knows so much stuff about movies and shows.
Get
It's
the get you get to checking, man. Get to checking.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. We are at an hour. I have to do
Hmm.
the shameless plugs and the business end of all this so we can get out of here because I've had 3 of these and I really have to pee.
Okay.
So, guys, please, if you guys like what we're doing, like, follow, subscribe. Where's the thing at? Can you
Oh yeah, I need to pull that up.
let me get that? Where is it at? It's right here. Let's see.
Yeah, it's
Can
right
I
there.
hold it? Oh,
Yeah.
almost. All right. Maybe if you got the means, guys, throw a couple bucks into the PayPal. Just let us know that you like what we're doing. But most importantly, like the videos. Give us thumbs up on all of our videos. Go to the past videos. I don't care. Like.
Mhm.
Means the world to us. Does what we needed to do. We're also on TikTok. We're on Instagram. There it is. Like, follow, subscribe right there.
Mhm.
What else are we on? We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're everywhere, I guess.
Yeah.
What did we do with that kick? Are we still doing the kick thing, or we're just that didn't ever worked out
Nah,
for
I
us?
don't think that ever panned out.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
But aside from that, guys, we
You
also,
ever?
if you look at the bottom,
Yeah.
oh, go ahead. Yeah, say it,
I
say
was
it,
just
do it.
gonna say, if you ever have something to say, or you want to give a shout out, or you want to call in, we can give you some advice or something. You can call this number. Don't call it today though, because I think I think
Yeah,
Fatsy.
we're done for the thing.
Well, and I think
But it,
Fatsy has that number.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys don't want to get deported, don't. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, but we're at the PNS studio, guys. You can find us everywhere. We'll put the number up again. We should always put that up at the beginning of the show. I'll remember to write that down.
The number.
So people can give us, 707-277-1895. If you want to be part of the Fat and Spicy Show, get on here, give us your opinion, get your voice out there. Or if you want to be a guest, get a hold of me, Lozzie. Go onto the YouTubes or whatever, and just at the PNS Studio, send us a message. Let us know, hey,
Mhm.
I want to be a guest on this crazy train because I got a lot to say, and I want to know what you mofos think about it. And guess what I'm
Yeah.
going to say? All right. Anyway, guys, I really have to pee. So, thank you guys for
Wait, you
watching.
have to
As
pee? What?
you're going to keep me here now?
I'm going. Okay,
That's what it
go.
is. All right,
Who are
all right,
you?
guys. I'm Spicy,
I'm Laz.
and Fatsy is somewhere in the ether. But until we see him again, this has been the Fat and Spicy Show. We'll see you next week. Okay, we're gonna do the fun banter stuff, or can I go?
You gotta go get a furry hand right now.
I gotta shave. It's getting fuzzy.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I get you. He's like, I'm
Ah,
done. I'm done. I'm
I got
done.